Yeah, hi team. So let us have our sign-off session today. So in this session, we'll discuss about the after the development, what will go for a deployment process. So thanks for joining these sessions. Hope this interview insights was very helpful for you. So it will be switch very fast. Okay, so not only for the interview, if you want to understand the topic, also I have covered from our basics to advanced level. This will fill the gap of the 3+ years to a 15 years also. So same if I go for interview, how I'm going to be answer same like architect person I have given you. Hope it will helpful. So in this session, what we are going to be discussed, right? What was the compilation process is going for this React? Okay. So if you attend an interview, right, there was a topic called compilation part. They're going to ask a few questions. What type of the questions? What is the V8 engine? What is the JIT compiler? What is the AOT compiler? What is the webpack? What is the Babel? Okay. So next, what was the minification tools? Next, what is the versioning? Okay, so versioning in the sense we are going to say like a Git version that is for the code versioning. So there was a versioning called the build versions also. So let us understood these things. So first let us understood a webpack or a Babel. Once you're having the React application, right? React application default having the webpack for a React application. If you take in the white, so there is a roll up different library. So this webpack internally having the Babel. So we are writing the JSX code, correct? This JSX code, once we are opening the application in a browser, you can see some JavaScript operation. So this will be JSX to JS is transpiled by the Babel. Babel is a part of the webpack. So what webpack will do? Webpack will bundle your application. Sir, what is mean by bundle? So let us see here. So this is our application. I just taken as our clean architecture application, which we have discussed. Let me create. So what is the command to generate a build? Npm run. So where we can see these commands, right? Once we are opening the package.json file, npm start, npm run, build. Okay, that will be called your React building. So once you are running this npm run build, what will happening behind the scenes? It is going to be check your dependencies of application. So div dependencies are nothing but while you are developing application, the dependencies it is going to be checked. So in case of the development, div dependencies will help. So in case of the development, right, this development will help. Okay. So let me see here. So the chunks are generated. What is the chunks? These files we are calling as the chunks. Okay. So chunks are nothing but these files we are calling as a chunk file. What is meant by the chunk means the compiled JavaScript version file. Okay. Earlier, before this Angular or React, right, we are going to be using a third-party tools to create these chunk files. What this chunk file will do first, these are the minified version of your JavaScript and CSS files. Here you can see, right, three files. One is the main JavaScript file, main CS file, and is the chunk file. So I have the 100 components or 10 components. All these components will be converted to a your JavaScript files. In your application, you are writing the multiple CSS files. So all your CSS file will be converted to a one CSS file. This is the file name. This is the version. This is the extension. So if I modify this file again and running this command npm run build, right? What it will do? Again, it is going to be generated the chunk file with a different version. Why different version? Always this version. So this is called a file version. Why this file versions, right? Remember, our browsers will cache HTML, CSS, JavaScript files. So even though you are modifying the code, the latest code will not be applicable. Still, it will refer the old code because these files are cached in your memory. Why we need to cache for every operation, every time you are opening, right? You are getting these JavaScript CSS files. These can be in terms of MB files. So network need to be transferred. It will be burden for your browser and it will be burden for your deployed cloud, maybe the data center. Okay, it will be cast once the files are transferring. So instead, you are already keeping these files, right? No need cast of this one. The application will works like a fast. So that is the reason these files will be cached by the browser. How to avoid this caching? Once the file having a different name, the different name file version will be generated. So please don't mind. Today I'm feeling like little cough to explain. Okay. So what will happen, right? The old file will be replaced by with this new file. Sir, how it is replaced? It is going to be refer in the index.html file. Okay, all these are files are chunks where you need to bear, right? This will be referred in the index.html file. So once you are creating these build, right? Let us see the build folder. See all these chunks. So let me open this index.html. Okay, so here you can see the chunk files, right? Reference. So once you are creating the new chunk file, it will have a new version. That version file is not exist in your browser cache. It is going to be download. Sir, I have opened the two. I mean, I have opened a website two times. First time, I'm having the chunk file. Second time, updated chunk files are there. But what about my previous chunk files? That will be in your cache. What you need to do? Simply clear the cache manually. That is the reason once you are creating, sorry, once you are clearing the cache, right? We are going to be remove this from your browser cache. Okay. So next, so my deployment is completed. So what I need to do? This builder, the chunk files I need to be deploy in your cloud. Okay, so once it is deployed, it is going to deploy in our Linux or IIS or whatever it is. So can I run this chunk files? Yes, you can able to run this one also. Go to address bar, type cmd. All this information I prepared a notes and I will share you the notes, same like every day. Okay, http hyphen server hyphen watch. http hyphen server hyphen watch. So let me run on this one. Okay. So now, see, if you open this normal index.html file in a browser, right, it will not work. So I just open. Okay, this is the physical file, nothing. The component, nothing will load. So let me go to this command prompt. I'm just copying this URL. Okay, this is my local my network port and it is generated. Can you access? No, you can't able to access this one because this is my local now. See, this is the compiled version. So this is the way we can able to generate the chunk file. These are the minified files. Can we see? Yes, we can see. Press F12. Now go to the source. One of the thing like it is providing security also. Security in the sense you can't able to see the entire file. Like a normal JavaScript file, you can see the entire file and you can read out all the content, right? It will be little different here. You can't able to see. So this is my local one. So let me open. This is a chunk one. Where is the main static JS files? Okay, main. See, this is their minified code. So did I added my strict, use strict? No, automatically JavaScript will take care. And for example, you are adding the type of E, no. All these things, our components are compiled to a native browser understood JavaScript code. So are we added this exception handling? But if you can say, right, a try cache, all these things, it is going to be added. Okay, and remove that extra space also. See, we just added the normal code. It is converting as per the requirement regular expression. Who will take care about this one? Babel will transpile your React code to JavaScript code. After the Babel, webpack. Babel is a part of the webpack only. Webpack will bundle these files. So webpack is generated this. So if you are using the white, roll up is okay. Any questions on this one? For example, if you have any third parties, right? I'm using third party licenses tools, right? Those files you need to be adding. So next question, okay, I'm clear on this one. For example, I'm using a APIs in our application where we are using the APIs. we are directly calling the API and hard coded the URL, correct? So here what I did, right? I just created environment files. Okay. So what is the environment files? These environment files with a .env. In the interview also say like this one. What is the purpose of environment files? See, one of the wrong answer people may say like we can maintain the API details plus a secret credentials, but don't use the secret credentials in the environment files. So you need to use like a cloud secret manager, either Azure or AWS. So there is a secret manager offered by the cloud. There you need to add like a secret. But what you need to add, like you can able to add URLs so that it will be make you a security. So this is the way you can able to use this environment. How to create? Simply create a, let me create an environment where I can create, right? Just wherever your package.json, just there you can create add dot env dot staging. What is mean by staging? See, few companies will follow like a development, environment, UAT, production. Dot env is the production one, remember. Dot development is for the development. Dot div also you can give. Naming is not important. Env dot div, env dot staging, env dot UAT. Okay, as per your require. So that is the reason if you observe, right, React app mode is the production. In case of the development, React app mode is the development. Okay, let me go to the here, localhost 3000. Okay, npm it is loading. So if you observe, right, here you can see the production, correct? So this production is coming means, which means once it is built, you can see the production. Still it is compiling. For example, I want to run in a staging. I want to deploy in a QA environment. I want to deploy in the UA environment, UAT environment. How it will be works. So simply go to your package.json, right? Here you are having a npm run build or npm start, right? Simply you can able to copy, for example, UAT. You can mention simply UAT. Now you need to be run a command like npm run build colon UAT. Then this UAT related environment file dot UAT, environment dot UAT, right? The URLs inside the URLs, what are you are specifying, right? These will be considered. Very clear? So what the command you need to be run? npm run build colon UAT. See, in the local host you can see development. Are you clear on this environment files? Any question?
So Krishna, how it will map internally? Like,
That it will take care.
but if
So
there
that is
is,
what we are having this React compilation webpack engine, right? That it will take care. But you need to be mentioned simply npm run build colon UAT. This is going to be pick this UAT, right? According this UAT, this
okay,
environment files will be mapped. Next, if you want to read data from the environment files, how to do? Okay, so simply you can say like a process. Process is nothing but your operating system. A process is a namespace. Simply mention like process, process, process dot env, environment file. Sir, I'm using the development staging UAT. You don't worry. Already Webpack is compiling, right? That it will take care. Dot, so React, okay, underscore, app underscore mode. I just given this mode. So what is the React underscore app underscore more? Can I give like a plain name? Yeah, you can able to follow, but there is a naming convention you must follow. React underscore app underscore. Then only your environment file will understood this is your configured name. Okay. So in the production, this is your environment files, correct? But in the production, there is environment variables, correct? So from the environment variables also you can able to read. In the production, we are going to be set up these API keys in the environment variables that will be read. Process your operating system, it will go for environment. In the environment, it will check for this React underscore app underscore, and you can able to give this any name. That is a naming convention. I just added the detailed here. Okay. So naming rule. Okay. React underscore app underscore. You can give any name. So if I give the wrong name, it will not work. For example, you are using the white, you need to give like a white underscore. Okay, remember those naming conventions you must follow. Simply, you can able to compile while running this one. You simply mention build colon UAT. This will webpack will take care about this one. You don't need to worry. All the things are already the React will follow to pick up the respect to environment file. Okay. So what is the difference of the environment files? See, here you will have the production URLs. Can I use the production URLs in the development? No. Development URL will be different. And the UAT environment URLs will be different. Staging is different. So you are using the different, see, this is the development. This for a production, let me say like a QA. Staging is nothing but a pre-production. Some people are, companies are saying like UAT staging can be the both. That is up to them. Okay. So can I add one more? Yeah, you can able to add. For example, build a colon staging. So what you need to do? Simply go to your application. Okay. npm run build colon UAT. Then it is going to be pick the .env file which is having the extension of .uat. That is going to be picked and is going to be generated chunk files. Once you are running in the browser, you can see. So what is the command you can able to locally running this one, right? HTTP hyphen server hyphen watch. HTTP server is not working, right? You can do npm install HTTP hyphen server. Then only this command will be work. Okay. See, commands will not work directly. First, we are going to install the Node.js. Node.js will offer npm and npx. Okay. So these npm will provide the command npm install hyphen g globally HTTP hyphen server. And I'm watching this HTTP hyphen server hyphen watch. Okay. This is about environment files and version. Any questions, Steve? I'm just giving a pass. Any questions, please let me know.
No, Krishna.
No.
Okay. You are clear, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So let me go to the notes. These notes I'll post you. So environment files, why we're adding. So what type of the different environment files, naming conventions, how we are going to be access those process.env dot and the react underscore app underscore name. So npm start, npm run build. This for a production. For example, any specific npm run build colon UAT. Okay. So once you are running, right, you must stop the solution and restart it. Okay. For example, so this point is saying about let me go to the environment file. I'm adding the new key react underscore app underscore um, some version. Okay. Here, don't use the quotations anything. So can I use directly this one? No. Sometimes in your application, you want to show like a version 1, 2, 3 on the bottom or top, right? They here we're going to be made. Okay. Just example I'm giving. So you need to be stop the solution npm start. You need to be stop that one, rerun it. Then only it will be pick up the new key. Okay, so while your npm start is running, if you're changing and these configuration, it will not be one. Okay, even in the production also, once you're adding the any environment keys, if it is not replicated, you must restart that server, then it will be replicated. Okay, so what are the don'ts? Don't use the secrets. So private API keys don't use here. This is not a place. Secret manager you need to be used. Okay, so best practices I just give. So next, let us see the compilations in the React in detail, right? Okay, see here. Here you are using like a JavaScript or a TypeScript or JSX. That will be Babel transpiler will be converted to a browser understood JavaScript. So Babel is the transpiler. It is going to be convert your modern JavaScript or JSX to a browser understandable JS. So webpack will be bundle this one. Next, what is the AOT or a JIT? Anybody face this question in the interview? AOT and a JIT, ahead of time compilation. Ahead of time compilation means pre-compilation. JIT is just-in-time compilation while executing time compilation. This is a pre-compilation. This is the executing time compilation. Anybody face this question? Maybe this is question frequently asked in the Angular. Okay, but in the React also there is a two compilation. See, you are writing a modern JavaScript. Browser can understood, but still functionality is working. So browser will be converter and browser using a V8 engine. This V8 engine is used in your Chrome, Mozilla, Edge, and all your browsers internally. Why the same engine? To understand the same type of the code. Okay, so browsers will use the same type of the engines, not a different type of engine. But a browser engine will have like a search engine. SEOs will be different. For example, if you open a Chrome, type of some name, try to do like SEO, different results it is going to be seen than to the other browsers. Okay, that is the different. But the compilation process, V8 engine will use JIT, just-in-time execution. So JIT is a part of the browser, AOT is a part of the React. When this AOT will come while you are running the npm start? No, npm run build. You are using npm run build, then this AOT will happen. Okay, so React using the AOT completely means not AOT complete. React is saying about it is following the process of the AOT, ahead of time compilation, which means compiling the code before the execution. Okay, and you are writing the JavaScript code, JSX code. Immediately you can able to see. Yes, you can see at that time your npm start is running, right? It is going to be convert. The Babel will be transpiled. The transpiled code is executed in the browser. Browser will use JIT, just-in-time compilation, because browser is a transpiler. It will execute line by line. Remember, that is a difference. AOT, npm, run build, JIT. You are using the modern JavaScript code. Okay. Next. So see here, I detailed. So source code is optimized to build a file using like a bundle webpack that is going to your browser. Browser will have the V8 engine. V8 engine is the JIT compiler and it is going like executing in a browser. Okay, so I just give you the steps. So there also, see here, there is a compilation pipeline. This is for architecture point of view, we can able to add. So, but if you understood these concept, right, maybe you can able to add in your resume also. Compilation pipeline. First compilation is at a JSX level, which means Babel. You are using a Babel, it is going to be, please don't mind, my voice was not clear, I know. So I'm feeling little cough on the code. JSX. So Babel converting your JSX to a browser understandable JavaScript. So how it is converting? For example, you are writing the H1 tag, right? It is going to be convert a React is a JavaScript object. This is the method or a function. It is going to be passed 3 parameter. This is the output of this JSX. Next one is the transpiler. Transpiler means modern JavaScript code. You are having like arrow functions. You are using the shorthand arrow functions. Browser can understood shorthand arrow functions? No. That is the reason again Babel will transpile those modern JavaScript code to a browser understandable JavaScript code. Next, in your application, you are using the TypeScript. TypeScript is the type safety. In the JavaScript, you are using var let constant, but here you are using the number, correct? Number or string. Who will convert? So there is a TypeScript compiler. Once you are creating a React application, npx create React app space app name, you need to use the template TypeScript. Then TypeScript will be used in that application, and a TypeScript compilation engine also will be added. So that will be added. Okay, so module bundling. So these are the pipeline. First JSX, next modern JavaScript to a browser understandable JavaScript. Next, if you have the TypeScript, it will be convert. Next one is the module. Once it conversion is completed, you need to be bundle the module, bundle the files. That is the reason you can see one main.js and a chunk.js. That will be done by the webpack. If you are using the white will do or parser. So we are using the React webpack. Okay. Next, production bundle. Still, if you want to minify or compress or convert it to a, still you can do by the third-party library. So which is the option, but React by default you did. Next, runtime execution. Runtime in the sense, my deployment is completed. Now I'm calling a website. Then in the browser, V8 engine will use the JIT. These are the 6 pipelines. If anybody asking about, did you involve in this development process or build process, simply explain. I may not work, but I have involved it. So what was the pipeline? The pipeline first point is the JSX compilation. Second one is the JavaScript transpilation. Next, TypeScript is optional. Next one is a module bundling. Next one is optimization. Still, this is the optional. Sorry, production build optimization, runtime execution. But this is optional because React will do. You are running the npm run build. Okay. On the top of optimized files also, can I do optimization? Is optional, I mean. Okay, these are the 6 different steps. Okay. Next, in general, types of compilation, normal are 2 types. One is AOT. Second one is the JIT. So I'm just relating this AOT to a React and a JIT also to a React, just relating. Okay. So compilation happening before runtime if you are using npm run build. Yes, in the React also it is happening. What it will do in the React JSX to a JS bundling production bundle. The 6 points will be go ahead here in the AOT compilation. React build is AOT? No, React build is AOT like. What is the advantage of AOT? Faster runtime performance because of the minified version, smaller optimization, error, cut early. Next, JIT. JIT will do at a browser level by a V8 engine. Okay, so this is the small difference. So here webpack Babel is the tool, here is the V8 tool. Okay, so finally this is the what we have this. So I just given the summary. Okay, so any doubts on this process? So just understood these 6. First is the JSX to JS. Next to JS to modern JS to browser understood. Next, if you have the TypeScript. Next one is the optimization. Next one, deployed and run in a browser. That JIT will take care. Any questions up to here? Everybody's clear? These 6 steps are just to know in your mind. Okay. These 6 steps where it will happen? In your cloud. Remove the 6th step, 5 steps will happen in your cloud. What is the purpose of a cloud? So instead of one person sitting and writing, write a cloud. What the cloud will do? Cloud is a automated setup. You are having the separate setup. It is going to offer multiple services like a infrastructure service, platform service, software as a service. Okay, there we are going to be host and see this one. Now I will just explain the brief on a cloud. So not dig into it, but if you want to understand, dig in it. So next week after this React, I'm going to be start a batch in a cloud. If you're interested, so nowadays, definitely AI into the market, AI is writing the code. So see here, two things are there. One is the offline, second one is the online. What is mean by offline in the sense as a developer before the production you are writing a code fixing the bugs. This is called offline. I mean just to understand I'm giving them. Next online work. Online work in the sense once the project is live at that time you are using the third party services to fetch the data, put it using a cloud services. The deployment environment. Okay, all these things happening in cloud. So if you are seeing in the outside, right, people may explain only related to DevOps, but we are developers. Okay, so I'm going to be start an batch. It is going to be cover the development plus deployment. Sir, what is the development prospect I need to be learn the cloud means? For example, we are using the storages, we are using the app services, we are using the different services. For example, my requirement is okay. Once one job executed, I want to post this. For example, a job is running. Once the job is completed, I want to send a message to a Teams. I want to send a message to a WhatsApp. I want to send a message to a mobile number. So their cloud developer will work. He is going to be create a Azure function. In that functions, they are going to use either C Sharp or a Java or a Python code, and they're going. We need to be configured Microsoft team related APIs, and we're calling that API and we're sending a notification. So that a process we need to be use development. So what is this? DevOps. DevOps is nothing but automated deployment process. So my point is, if you want to be a like install a full stack developer, if you are targeting like a cloud full stack developer, it can be a safe job in the coming future. I can say what this cloud full stack developer can say like you are a developer on a React.js, you are a developer on a Java full stack, you are a developer on a .NET full stack. We are using the AI tools to improve the productivity. Let me say like this one productivity. So in this productivity, we are completing the code very fast. What is our next time? So next, you are the person going to be involved in like a cloud developer. Next you are the person will work like say deployment also. So one person can have the multiple roles by using this AI as a assistance. So that is the reason AI assistants we are using going to use in our regular environment or the development work. For example, I want to be a Java full stack or a .NET full stack or a men stack developer. May you are limiting yourself, the limit in the sense you are in that specific part. So there the cloud, the AI we are using and building like the things, that is a what drastically change. So if you know the cloud knowledge, right, still in the cloud also AI is integrated in a specific parts, not entire. For example, I want to build a same one service, same like this, and I want to send a notification to a notification email to my manager once a production deployment is completed or once some job is executed. So as a cloud developer you are going to be build these code also you are going to be do a setup. Next you need to be take a help of a admin person, cloud admin person to set up these things, as you are the become a cloud admin also with my code. So you are going to be become a developer plus admin plus DevOps. So all these things I'm going to be covered. So if you're interested, let me know. So as my previous students, right, I can give you offer also so that we can discuss it later. But in case of the React application, how I'm going to be deploy in a cloud? See, as a developer, you are going to be checking the Git. Your task is completed. What the Git on the top of the Git, creating the CI/CD pipeline. Correct? That CI/CD pipeline automatically. Yeah. So the CI/CD pipeline automatically what it will do? It will deploy into a specific server. in the cloud. So these are the three types. In the real time, your React application deployed in the cloud in a three ways. What are those? I just explained, like option one as a static web app, option two as a Azure app service, option three as a Azure storage. Your application can be deployed in the cloud as a three way. So if I'm targeting to Azure here, same in the AWS also. There is a static web app, there is a app service, there is a storage. Okay, so I just given a material here. You can able to understood what is going and happening inside of it, but which is not required in detail. But if you want to go for architect or some different position, if interviewer expecting, okay, for example, uh, while you are explaining yourself in the introduction, right, you can able to say like I'm working on the CI/CD pipeline also. Where there are a multiple ways on the option one, option two, option three. You can able to choose one of the option. You can able to explain. I just given the points wise. So for example, you are taking the Azure static web app. Step number one, you are pushing a code. Okay, you are pushing a code. Next, step number two, what we are doing? Creating a static web app. What to do? You need to go to the Azure portal. So see here, you need to go to, this is the step number one. The step number one, you need to be go to the Azure portal. Okay. And you need to be search for like static web app and create it. You can create. So some configuration is required. So that configuration, what are the different configuration? I just added subscription, resource group, name, region, and source. So this configuration is nothing but a see, Azure is an online portal, we know. But if you know, right, Azure data center in the Hyderabad. So that is the fourth data center. Okay, so let us see Azure data center. So this is important for 3+ years, definitely. In India, let me see. So in India, there are three data center. One is like Pune, second one is the Chennai, next one is the Mumbai. Three data centers. Now fourth one is going to be established in Hyderabad. So it is going to be asked like these are the physical data centers. So without a physical, so cloud is nothing but it was a readily available. Even though one system is breaking, second system will be up and using. That is what a cloud will be. Okay. So physical system. So you require infrastructure for your application. Yes. You required RAM, SSD, or HDD. You required a network. You required some protocol. So you want to transfer FTP protocol or HTTP protocol. So some configuration you need to do. You understood, right? Yeah. So what will happen, right? In case of the Azure, because it is maintaining the different data center. For example, Chennai is failed. Immediately Mumbai, Pune will be backup. Your application will be stable. Okay, so such a configuration you need to do like a subscription. Next, you need to be create like a resource group. Resource group in the sense you are going to be create a certain credential for a group. I want to deploy React plus some applications are only React. Okay, next your application name region. I want to, for example, my region I may take like a Pune. For example, my users are related to the Mumbai. I can take like a Mumbai. My regions are can be a Europe. US. So in that, if I take that one, right, nearby region, it will be more far. Next, I'm going to give like a source. So these are the simple. So not only these one, we're having some more configurations we'll do. Just you to understood, I just given here. Next, it is going to be connect to a GitHub. So can you connect a GitHub directly to your cloud? No. You need to give you some permissions. So authentication is required. Okay. So next in the build configuration, you can set like environment variables, the locations, API path, output location. What is the output location? You are running the npm run build. In the real time, you are not running the npm run build. Who will run? Your cloud will run this npm run build. Because once you are taking this configuration, right, we are going to be set up virtual machines in the virtual machines. Just example, not to this one in general. In the virtual machines, operating system will be there. In the operating system, a command prompt will be run npm run build, not you. Okay, so in the deployment, all these things. For example, your application, if you want to run the npm run build, it will work. No, first it will install the npm install, because cloud is nothing but a online operating system which is not available to you. It is in the somewhere else. Okay, so there first without a node, nothing will happen. So Node.js is required. Next npm install is required. Then only npm run build will work. Okay, once it is deployed, it is going to be give like a URL. Okay, so I just given like a three options. So same, I just given detailed steps. Okay, and at the end I just given a comparison. For example, static apps, app service, and storage. So easy of use, all these are. Next, cost. This is the free tier you are having. The app service is paid. Storage is the cheapest. Backend support limited, full. Storage no support. CSED built in. Yes, yes. So storage is nothing but I know like you are having the physical. Let me say like some files storage. Yes, in the storage also you can able to use this JavaScript, CSS files, and assets files also. Okay, that storage files you can able to create as a CD and link for your application. Okay, it will become a fast. So here you can say like React apps, you can be able to go with this one. You are having the storage, static apps, static page, no API configuration, nothing. Then only go to the storage. Sir, I'm calling API. Can I go for a storage? No. Storage in the sense, simply you are having the CDN file, right? The online file. Somewhere it will be store the images. That's it. Okay. App service, yeah, you can go with the app service also. Okay. So that is the reason option one is the recommended for this React. I just explained it. Okay. Any question on this one? I know you have the small confusion. Don't worry. You have the detailed note. Step one, step two, step three. What is going to happen? Even though you are not working, simply explain you have worked in this way. Definitely it will boost up. Nowadays, one of the question, are you involved in the CI/CD pipeline? You can say like Azure CI/CD pipeline. I have involved. So this is the process we are using. Still, if you want to understand like DevOps in detail, so this is not a time to understood or not enough time to understand. It is required. So I'm going to be start a 2 months of period. That is not like this one in this React course. I understood like you have the basic knowledge. Okay. So on the top of your basics, I just explain and providing the note. But in those sessions, right, I'm going to dictate the notes with the images where you can able to understood very easy. Okay. But you understood, right? The CLCD, how it is working in Azure with this option. Are you clear? These 7 steps. Are you clear? Can you say it? So first step is you need to be push it. Second step is you need to be go to your Azure portal, take this static web. Next, third step is configuration. Fourth step is connecting to a Git. Fifth step is building the configuration. Sixth step is the deployment. Seventh step is you can able to access. So Azure will provide this SSL certificate. Hope you understood. Maybe you can unmute and say.
Yes.
Okay, just remember these steps, which are enough for you to say like I have work. Yeah, Venkatesh, you have a question earlier. You can go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, like my question is regarding AI tools. Like when you do work in real time, generally in office, we mostly depends on like AI tools only, right? Coming to well, like in interview process, we have to learn everything. So my question is here, like, so how to like generally what like company expected to do in AI tools, right?
Hmm.
So the how we need to approach the to learn AI tools with our development.
Yeah. So let me answer it. Nowadays, companies are using the AI tools. So what is this AI tools and how to use this one? See, same like for example, React application, you need to be do a setup, and then you are writing code instead of you, AI tools are writing a code. So nowadays, one of the things like companies are using the most Copilot, other thing, but the first one is the cloud. Okay, nowadays I'm getting the messages from old students like about this cloud and a cloud also. Maybe after a cloud, I'm going for this cloud also. This what this cloud, right? Cloud is a tool. It is going to be write all the code related testing cases also. Here, what is our role as a developer? That is the question, correct? So as a developer, our role is to monitor this AI tool. Because AI tool don't know anything. What this AI tool, right? Nowadays, all the Git repos are the open sources. Okay. And earlier, 3 years back or 5 years back, let me see if you have any question, where it will go? You will go our famous website, right? If you have any question,
Stack Overflow, like.
Stack Overflow, we are going to be check it. So nowadays we are not going to the go to the Stack Overflow. We are going to the AI. How this AI know, right? AI will know through this one through a concept called MCP. MCP. MCP is the Model Context Protocol. This is connected to your Stack Overflow. Not only Stack Overflow, it is going to be connected to different services. Okay, it is going to be check your question or query is matched there and whatever the solution. For example, you are getting the issue size limit. For example, you are working in the project, you are having the 1,000+ components, you are getting the size issue, chunks size issue. It is generating in terms of a 500 or 700 MB. Now you are checking the Stack Overflow. Instead, you are using the AI tool. This AI tool will go to there. So these MCP, for example, MCP is developed by this Anthropic. Anthropic is nothing but a cloud. Okay, this is the cloud, which is a part of the Anthropic. Cloud also is nothing but one of the scientists name. That is the reason they take it. Who is this cloud, right? You know the Chat GPT. It was famous in the case of the Corona time. So Cloud is a developer, one or two developer, a team of a developer who is working in the GPT. They came outside of the GPT, Chat GPT. They have established their own company, Anthropic. In the Anthropic, they have developed this one, the Cloud AI. Okay, nowadays the Cloud also used in the situation outside is going right. There also they're using this Cloud to try and boost sending the data, and it is going to be giving the results also. Let us back to the question. So in this cloud, as a developer, you must, for example, by today you are confident with React, you understood the inside of the React, all the concepts, right? So tomorrow you can able to give a prompt to a cloud. You need to be define the role. You need to be define the content. You need to be define the what was your expectations. So what is you need to be learn if you want to target on the A, right? You can able to learn on this prompting. There are different 7 ways: positive prompting, negative prompting, follow-up prompting, okay, use case prompting. Different types of the prompts are there. You need to be give the prompt, and a cloud or AI going to be generate the code to you. You need to be monitor that the code is correct or not. So no software 100% perfect. Correct. Because of the software failure only, the a month or 2 months back, uh, a flight damaged. We are losing some people life also because there was a software glitch in the system. Okay, no software will not 100%. So monitor is required. So in the cloud, you need to be understood like in the cloud, we can able to generate the agent, multiple agents, and you need to be play with the agents also. Okay, so you need to be like a prompt engineer on the top of this one. Next, you need to learn better how to play with this AI tools. So even though we are playing, right, behind you must know all the tech stack end to end. Then we can able to play. Are you clear, Venkatesh?
Yeah, Krishna.
Okay. So maybe nowadays I'm getting the few messages like AI tool. Nowadays, everybody think like, can we go for the data science? See, AI doing everything. If you go for a data science, what you will do? Cloud also doing this here. This cloud also doing, or AI doing that data science. So now the time to learn this AI tools, how to improve the power of productivity. So not only the prompting. So you need to be understood, like for example, you are a Java full stack. You need to be understood all the concepts and you need to give exact prompt to the cloud. Next, you need to be generate these agents and you need to be work it. Next, a cloud, you can able to generate the test cases also. The cloud will generate the test cases. So cloud is generate the test cases. If we don't know the test cases of Java, it was a correct or not, who will check? So you need to be learn inside of all these concepts also. Okay. But where it will go? For example, we're having the 24/7 monitoring jobs, which is not required because cloud is configured. It is going to be take that P1 call, L1 or P1 call initiative, and it will do it. In the development work also, it can do. It is everywhere. So we need to start adapt this one. But in the market, we have the different AI tools. We don't know where to start, where to end. That is the question we may have. Correct, Venkatesh?
Yeah, exact
So
question, right?
everybody like if you go for the YouTube or like see YouTube viewers or if you see my YouTube, I don't have the much subscribers. But nowadays I'm saying like previous students I never ask like subscribe. Nowadays I'm saying like please do the subscriber. YouTube viewers will do only for a views subscriptions. Okay, there is a platform. See, this my one is the learning platform. In this learning platform, now you understood the React where to start, where to end. If you join for a cloud also where to start where to end. This cloud also I'm going to be start after this once a Azure I mean Azure is completed I'm going to be start and this one. Where to start where to end in between what. So this cloud using sorry is between the cloud and cloud, right? Only one letter change I'm pronouncing as a cloud sometime. This AI tool, the cloud AI tool using the vector database also. So what is this vectorization? How it is going to be do it? What is this image? We're going to be discussed. But please be in touch. I'm going to be post once it is going to be start. Maybe 1.5 or 2 months. I'm going to plan it. Okay. So that's about the session. Uh, Let us complete the session from the Jay Shankar review. Yeah, Jay. So I have taken others review. Can you please provide? So Jay is the last person joining this session. So last person giving the review. Yeah, Jay, you can go ahead.
So, if I listen anyone, how can I say? I got an idea, but I joined late, so I don't know how to give the feedback. But as per our
You can
knowledge,
give it. Before going to be joined, what was your target? You were thinking, right? Confusion, React is the vast web subject having a lot of the topics, where to start, where to end, how to proceed for interview prospect, next step of shift in the company, what you understood. Yeah, you can give.
yeah, okay. So to the feedback, you gave the much stuff, sir. More than 200 actually. So we really appreciate you, and we learn more things from your end, and punctuality is there, and time sense be you. I saw previous classes. I mean, not a classes. I joined in previous sections for some other. So they are ending the section time to time. They are only time period they are maintaining. For example, 9 to 10. So they will be closed by 10 o'clock. But you are not like this. So if you are staying more than 10 minutes, more than half an hour, even also, and you are teaching me and you are asking me, and not me, everyone, You're asking us the feedback, any questions related up to clear the questions and answers. Everything you has to be stayed until the clear the questions. So I really appreciate for this one. And uh, so that's it, sir. So approximately, I will give the a rate by up to five, more than five. But if I give the up to five.
Okay, you're saying like a 5 out of 5. Okay, great.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because everybody will planning for your next 2 months or 3 months of the for the next coming years or the days, right? So that is the reason I just want to take instead of taking the multiple things, I can take like one batch. So start at that time. They will have a question, sometimes half an hour, sometimes 1 hour also will take. So next thing, some days in between also, I mean, the help, the disturbing also. If I disturb, the days will change. It will be extend. That is the reason I don't want to extend. Also, I'm trying. Even though I'm not well, also I will take the medication. I will try to take 100% the session to be complete, so that the plan will be go very smoothly. Your plan and my plan, everybody's plan. If I'm not taking the 2 sessions in between, what will happen? So next coming days, right? Um,
Yeah,
it
and
will be
one
become
more
like
thing, sir.
you lose the interest. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, sir, if you don't mind, can you create the group for us? And it is helpful to me if any furtherly, not now, in case any futurely, is there any updates,
Sure,
you
sure.
can
I will
post
do
it.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will create a group where if you have any openings on your feedback, you can able to share to me. So I will share to the others also. Okay, questions, openings, let me know. And once everybody, if you got the job, also please let me know. Okay, so I'm also become very happiest person after joining your session. Uh, and thanks everyone for your time to join and taking this session. And hope everybody is saying like you have the more positive. So these recordings, some material will be permanently available to you. You can able to access anytime with your email ID. Okay. So keep that email ID with you, whatever you have given to me. So giving the permission later. So we have, please keep it. And the playlist it is available. Next, you can able to follow my YouTube and Insta, whatever the shorthand things are required. I'm just keep on posting. Next up, uh, if you're interested, going to be start on the cloud. Next, AI tools. That is what I'm going to be plan. So please let me know so that I can able to include you. Thank you, everyone. So right now, thank you.
Yeah, sir. Thank you. We miss you, sir.
So, no need. We'll have some other sessions, right? You may join. You can able to get in touch. But I know regular sessions interaction may not there because our sessions are coming. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Definitely. We will meet once, sir, if it's
Sure,
possible.
sure.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Definitely. I'm also thinking you to meet because you are the business person. Okay. Thank you, Tim. Signing off.